Still Run is the forthcoming album from Wet, comes out July 13th. We are joined by Kelly Zutrau of the band.
Hi.
Did I pronounce that properly?
Zutrau is...
Zutrau.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You always do interviews and you think you get it right and you try to
A
do
lot
as
of
much
people
research.
say Zutrau, and I don't correct. That's close enough for me. Yeah.
Zutrau. Is that, what kind of name is that?
I think it's German.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you think it is. You didn't grow up having a big traditional...
No, it is German, but I just found out that it was my mom's dad's mom. Her name was Citruon, and it got changed by accident at Ellis Island. So I say it's German because it sounds German, and they were part German, but the actual... I don't know, I get confused when I talk about it.
Sure, yeah, and the spelling is, you would think it's German, right?
Yeah.
Like Hofbrau and all the different things, right?
Yeah.
Very happy to have you on
Thank
camera
you.
and talking here in San Francisco. It's been a
Thanks.
while since you've done one of these things. A lot has been going on with you and the band.
Yeah.
First, I want to make note, just from a personal level, you turned 30.
Yes.
And that's a big life thing right there,
I just turned
right?
30. Yeah, it's cool.
How did you celebrate? Was there any trepidation? Was there...
No, it's getting older is always makes you think about your mortality a little bit. But so yeah, I had like a few days where I was sort of thinking about that. But overall, it feels good. I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the album. I'm happy with like where I'm at with making stuff at this point. I feel really in control and kind of like I know myself better, so it's really fun to do this and be in this place, be a little bit older and more mature.
I always love playing in San Francisco. It's one of my favorite cities in the world. It's amazing. You guys are amazing.
The other aspect of, obviously, with the band is that Marty left. Right? You parted ways with Marty, and now it's just you and
it's
Joe.
just me and Joe, and yeah, it's really good actually. I mean, we went through a transition time on like a lot of levels. There were a lot of changes, and we were just trying to figure out what we were doing and if we were supposed to keep doing this and if it was meant to be. And I came to a place where I know I'll always make music no matter what, but it was unclear if we would keep collaborating, if we would keep using the name Wet, if we would stay at Columbia, all those things. And it's all kind of settled down now, and me and Joe are in a really good place. We made an album that we're both really happy with, and I feel like is a progression from the last album, and we're already working on the next one, like we're just keeping on going. We kind of got through it, and Joe means a lot to me. We're very attached to each other in a lot of ways, and I think we're gonna keep doing it until as long as we can, and we're really happy at Columbia, and everything's just sort of started to settle down, and we've been on the road with this new live band, and it's been such an amazing experience.
When you guys first started out, it was this big whirlwind of activity. You got signed to a major label, then you got thrown to all these festivals, and you talked about how just getting onto a stage at times would be sometimes intimidating. You would have stage fright. Being able to open up and share some of your feelings, right, in these songs, where these songs would have so much meaning to you and attachment.
Yeah.
Now that there's some time that has passed, you've written this album, do you feel like you can step away and separate yourself when you do perform some of this material that is so intimate and personal?
Well, no, I can't really separate from it. It feels very, when I'm up there, it's very intense. And I still have stage fright, and it's still, there's like moments when I get off the stage and cry just because I'm so overwhelmed, and if I feel like it didn't go very well, I'll think a lot about it and get in my head. So like, it's an intense experience for me. I'm trying to just chill out a little bit about it, but it just is intense. It's like being up there, I'm constantly wondering if I should be up there and if people want that from me, and like, who am I to be up there kind of saying these things. But when I see like a crowd singing along, or people crying, or like telling me afterwards what it means to them, it's also so powerful and amazing, and like I'm so grateful.
There's a Reason is definitely significant to your relationship,
Yeah.
but also I think something that people can relate to, because it's something where it's if it's not good for you, why are you staying?
Yep.
That type of vibe. And so was it a long process in which this batch of material was written in, or was it just a spur of the moment type of thing?
No, it was like over the period of 2 years. We were touring on the previous album, and I wrote a lot of songs on tour, and then I moved to LA for a little while, and I lived with Rostam from Vampire Weekend, and we kind of worked together for a little while, and I wrote some songs while I was living there. And I came back to New York, kept writing. So it was total, I'd say, over the span of 2 years, but then a lot of songs got cut out in the end, and towards the end, I'd say like what made it onto the album were all generally made within a year.
What about the new material? We have, like I said, have a handful of songs. Is it more relationship based? Is it more, what type of experiences are kind of covered in?
It's definitely mostly I'm writing about my life and the relationships in my life. That's like the frame of the songs, but this album, I think, it's called Still Run partly because it's like kind of captured, it's this document now of this time where I was sort of doing this inventory of my life and trying to figure out what relationships were helping me to grow and be the best person I could be, and which ones were dysfunctional and like not working anymore and not good for me and not good for the other person. So it was like, it's about really leaving these really important relationships in my life, people that I loved, and different levels of leaving, like fully cutting out relationships or going from being together to being friends, or, distancing myself from family members that, it's kind of on all different levels for me. It was just this time where I changed and I wanted more control over my life, and I felt like the way that I had established relationships just didn't work anymore.
Well, I'm glad that we have someone like you that is making music like this.
Thank you.
So that when we are going through these times, we can just turn it on and there you are, and your voice is amazing, I'm sure you've heard.
Thank you.
And we really look forward to the album.
Awesome, thank you
Great
so
to
much.
have you on, and great you're back. Glad you're back.
Yeah, thank you.
It's Kelly from Wet. Still Run, coming out July 13th, and you're watching B-Sides on Air.